Update video. Update video. Okay. Yeah, this is my Obi-Wan Kenobi update. Well, update video. So as you can see, I have the 3 new customs of Obi-Wan Kenobi here. Now you might, all of these are old. This one wasn't, except this one. This one wasn't a custom before. So, let's start with this one. So, when I made that last Obi-Wan Kenobi, I was left over with a Phase 2 Obi-Wan head. And, so, what I decided to do, like any logical, person, was eventually I decided to take off that perfect Obi-Wan head sculpt and put it on that guy. But the problem was, well, I mean, there wasn't really a problem. It didn't fit, so I had to Dremel it out. That was what I was gonna say. That wasn't too exciting. I don't know why I built that up. But now that looks more accurate, and mine looks more accurate because it's Hasbro's head sculpt. And I moved that head sculpt over to this guy, which you may or may not have seen. I'm not sure. I'm not particularly proud of this custom here. But, I made him a while ago. And he previously had this Obi-Wan head, but now he has my custom one, which I think actually fits better on this one, actually. Don't ask me why, but I feel like it fits better. Also, I dropped something. I'm not sure if you saw that, but hopefully I can recover that later when I'm not holding a camera. So yeah, that's basically the entire thing. Is I just swapped their heads over. But I wanted to make this update video specifically because the new Obi-Wan Clone Wars Kenobi is coming out, and he has this head sculpt on him, and I saw that, and I thought, I want my display Kenobi to look as best he can, which would have been having that head on. So I did the swapsies. I know in the previous video I said I wouldn't do the swapsies, but I did the swapsies. I still like this head better, I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of you don't like it, but I still like this better. It's my own paint job. The skin tone's a little off when he was on this body, but now that he's on this, it actually matches up pretty well with the paleness of the previous head, right? I mean, I basically painted Hasbro's paint job, but better, I feel like. This is probably the best head sculpt I've ever made. That being said, it's not better than this one. I mean, there's a clear reason why I did the swapsies. He doesn't have the gray on the sides. I'm too scared to actually paint on this head sculpt because I think I'm gonna screw it. But that's just the way it goes. Also, I was really scared dremeling this because the ball is larger and longer than the clone, so it had to really dig up. I'm not even on camera. I had to really dig up in there. You can see his hair poking through that, and it's still a little tall, which isn't the worst problem. You can see on the side there's a gap. But you gotta do what you gotta do, am I right? But this Obi-Wan is arguably way better. Just in case you didn't watch the previous video, episode 2 Obi-Wan body, painted up, and different head on. And you can take your pick whether you want to make a custom one, or take the one off the Clone Wars Obi-Wan if you have it. I would highly, highly recommend not using this piece of shit. Honestly, I never thought it looked too bad for the old Black series, but that's the old Black series. The hair is probably the thing that's most wrong. I don't know why people give Obi-Wan red hair. He's not a redhead. He's not. He has brown hair. The Clone Wars gave him red hair. The action figures gave him red hair. The Black series gave him red hair, and it annoys me so much. I mean, he doesn't have red hair. You can see that very clearly, especially in this portrait right here. He does not have red hair. Okay. Now that my complaints are out of the way, it's about high time for comparisons, wouldn't you say? Before we do comparisons, I just realized something. I didn't actually go over how I made this guy, which I should probably do, considering I don't think you guys have actually seen this before, or I've never went over it. So, basically, you saw the head before. This is the Episode 3 official Obi-Wan Kenobi that they made years ago. What I did was I took off the arms and legs. Sorry. I took off the arms at the shoulders and the legs at the knees, and I replaced them with Commander Bly parts, which leaves like ammo packs right here. I also took a water slide and put the Republic logo on this side. And then I just came in with epoxy sculpt, and I sculpted his armor pieces like I did with Anakin. And until now, he didn't have a custom head, but I gave him the custom head, obviously. So now you can see that. This head sculpt, I'm pretty sure, is from Scoundrel Stock. That is my go-to place for custom heads. So, you know, go there if you're looking for custom heads, I guess. But other than that, this is pretty much it. Okay, so now on to comparisons. Here we have the Clone Wars Obi-Wan standing next to Clone Wars Anakin, both getting an official release. That's super exciting. I made a video on that. And Phase 1 Commander Cody, another older custom that I actually did before this Obi-Wan. But it doesn't show. This Obi-Wan sucks. I did the Anakin before Obi-Wan, and I like the Anakin way better. Although I was always more of a fan of the 501st than the 212th, but still. Okay, and now, we also have, panning over here, ROTS, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Yoda. Anakin and Yoda are two technical customs. This one's just normal custom. I made a video on this guy. If you are interested in knowing how I made him, go ahead and check him out. Check that one out. And Yoda is an ornament I took the top off of, and he is literally in perfect scale with 1/12. So it works perfectly, and he has that Clone Wars era style, which I love. If it was up to me, all these figures would be in Clone Wars style, if I'm being 100% honest. And now we have all the Obi-Wan Kenobis in my collection in chronological order. So we have Episode 1 next to Episode 2, next to my custom Tarkovsky's Clone Wars series, next to the normal Clone Wars series, next to the ROTS. So you can see how they all scale together. Phase 1 looks like he's the smallest. That's a custom robe, by the way. Phase 1 looks like he's the smallest out of all of them. But these last 4, which there's only 5, so these 4 are actually the same size, I'm pretty sure. So that actually worked out well with his head sitting a little too high, right? Yeah, but the weird thing that I didn't realize until now is I don't have any Obi-Wans for the original trilogy. Like, I have none. I just find that weird, considering that's the first place he actually appeared in. And they've actually released, like, 3 or 4 Obi-Wan Kenobis from that era. And I don't have any of them. But I do have 5 prequel Obi-Wans, so... if you enjoyed this video, again, this was a shorter video. I didn't do any of this on camera. All I did was swap their heads, basically. But it's obviously it looks better than the older one. I also swapped out the hands on this guy. I'm not sure if you noticed, but tell me which figure those came from because they were just sitting in my in my drawers. Um, Anyways, if you want to know how to make this guy all but the head, go ahead and watch, or actually include steps for that head too. Go ahead and watch the original video, um, and if you enjoyed this, again, leave a like. If you want to see gaming content or Call of Duty stuff, mostly Call of Duty, go check out Esports MLGU. Link in description in its channel, featured on channels. So go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, goodbye.